yard haunt update. So today is super windy, and if that thing didn't withstand yesterday's wind, sure as hell wouldn't have withstood today's wind. This is pretty heavy. This is pretty solid wind, and usually during haunt season, this is the wind we normally get. So I'm actually glad it blew down yesterday, because this would have destroyed a lot of stuff. I mean, he's getting pretty tore up just sitting there. Anyway, we're gonna mess around today. I do have to get ready for the show tomorrow. I have to price a bunch of stuff. I have to get everything in totes. I have to pack the truck up because I have to be on location by 8 a.m. So I'm gonna do a little bit of that, actually a lot of bit of that, and a little bit of yard haunt. Gonna run up here and check my mail and grab some goodies that I got in the mail. But other than that, everything up here though is perfectly fine, other than Strawman's hat. So we'll flip you around and show you that. Even with the wind, you can see he's kind of bobbing around, but he's fine. Strawman's fine. His hat just doesn't have Velcro anywhere on the back. So when you put this on, it just kind of supposed to slide over his mask, and it's not, it's not the greatest. So the wind catches it, blows it right off. Other than that though, guys, everything's fine. I do have bricks on all this stuff. There's a brick on him, there's a brick, there's a brick, there's a cinder block on him. If anything starts to get kind of really leaned over or tore up, I will obviously put some stakes. I think I had a stake or something on him last year. I can't remember 100%. I know caretaker I've never had to. He's usually pretty good. I don't know about this little skeleton. We'll find out. Strawman, same story. I don't know. We'll find out. And guard zombies usually good. So we'll see what we get done today. So here's the mess I got in here right now. We had to add like a whole bunch of fake blood. Trying to price everything like pretty reasonable. Like this, 15 bucks. These are all going to be like 20 bucks. Those are 40. So I might drop those down. I don't know. I'm just trying to stay pretty reasonable. I got all these totes. Or I know that top one's done. This one's full. So we got to play around here and get some totes filled up tonight. All right, guys. I got all kinds of stuff in here. Got my big old bowl of candy. And some pictures in here. I got this lamp, hoodies and stuff. Over here, I got torso skeleton, a picture frame skeleton, a couple of these big like lamps. Hopefully these guys ride. I don't like how they're. I don't know. We'll see. We got this picture frame, this glass one here. There's another one back there. All the totes and everything are in there. Racks, dolly, all the racks, the shelves, all my totes. I think we're good. I need a chair. Put a chair in there, and that's it. So beyond that, I think we're gonna go back to the yard and start figuring out what the heck to put out there. All right, guys. So we are in my attic in my house. So you think my garage is packed full of Halloween? So is the attic. We kind of outgrew the garage, and we had to come into the attic last year. And yeah, I don't know, it works. I forget the hell this thing's called, but she was from Spirit last year, and her, Chucky, the Sitter of Souls or whatever, Sam, which he's kind of just like peeking out the window. I didn't even notice that, but yeah, I mean, there's the garage. But all of my tombstones are up here. So if you've been wondering why you don't see the tombstones, it's because they're all up here. And they've been up here. What is that touching me? Oh, it's her hair. That was in a huge spider web. But all my skeletons are up here. Everything's over there, piled up. It's ridiculous. All my pumpkins that go in the yard, they're here. Big pile there. Ground breakers. Basically, last year when I was at work, my wife got home, or I was somewhere at the haunt or something. I don't know. I was somewhere. And my wife just took it upon herself to pull all this stuff out, pile everything up here. So that was cool. I didn't have to undo all that stuff, but yeah, big ordeal here. So I got it. This is what sucks though, is because had I known we were gonna put them in the attic, I would have like cleaned all the mud off, because there's only one way to get these down here. Like, there's no one home right now to help me, so I have to bombs away these things down there on top of those clothes. So that's nice. So basically, when I just got to do this and hope for the best. But yeah, so I'm gonna get a bunch of these out of here and go put them out front. Nighttime update. All right, guys, we got everything loaded up in the truck. We're ready to go, I think. I hope. We're ready for this show. I really hope so. But I did get all the stuff packed up, ready to go. And then I kind of, I showed you that I got all the tombstones down. I did not film putting them out here. I kind of forgot about all that. And then the neighbors stopped me and they were talking to me for a little bit. And they said they were going to stop back by later tonight and check everything out. They do a couple walks every night. They just had surgery, so they walk by and check everything out every night. They'll walk by, and they always keep an eye on the place too. They were very concerned about where this big guy went, and I told them, I said, the wind, and they're like, yep, we kind of thought. So told them, well, we're gonna go plan B. I told them my idea, and they think that's gonna be cool. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and order that and get that done. So, and the other one, I'm gonna probably just tear apart, pack it back up, and probably marketplace, sell that thing, get rid of it. But that's my plan. This guy's cool. So earlier today, his hat keeps blowing off, so I screwed his hat on. So that shouldn't go. But I'm kind of almost wondering if that screw went into his mechanism. I know it's a servo, but his head kind of seems to not be quite right. I don't know. I've been keeping these tools nice. He looks up that way quite a bit. You don't look the other way. There he goes. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the screw or if it's... Oh, there it goes. I think it's just the archway falling on top of him multiple times. Man, I literally sat out back and there was zero traffic. And now that I'm out here filming, I swear to God, it's non-stop. Anyway, I did not get to this guy. He is leaning way more today, though. His hand's getting caught quite a bit on that. Well, tomorrow I won't be here, but I'm gonna have to address that. I should just do it now. So anyway, we got the obelisk out here, same old tombstone over the wellhead, and then last night we were able to put out the blue light, just kind of light this up a little bit, you know. Eventually here, well, actually last year we had the sitting gravedigger right here. This year I do not have him. He broke, like he literally like fell apart. I kept his head, that was all I kept, and then the big reaper I had standing here broke. So I'm down 2 kind of key animatronics that I used in the display. So that's why I've been saying I need to figure out what ones I want this year. But I've looked at every website and I just don't see anything that I want, because I try to stay strictly like graveyard. I know that's kind of not so much, but I mean, he kind of is, I guess. He's a zombie, but I just try to make him look like he's chained up to the fence and stuff, trying to get out at you. Straw man, he's gonna move. He's gonna go back in that pumpkin patch. The grave robber makes sense. The caretaker makes sense. I have the other grave digger I got to get out here. You know, he makes sense. All this, you know, pretty much everything I've got, I've tried to stay true to a graveyard theme. So I need to stick with that. I really like the plague doctor, but I don't know. I thought about getting another grave digger, but I'm like, I don't need that many. But anyway, of course, now I gotta wait on this train to go by, because of course I'm out here filming cars and trains. So I'm gonna let this train go by. I'm gonna go fix the guard zombie, and then we'll get back to this yard hunt update. Alright guys, train's gone, and now the neighbor's about to leave. I got the guard zombie moved back a little bit. I probably moved him back, I don't know, 4 inches. I wanted to make sure his hand was absolutely clear. So he's moved back quite a bit. Yeah, so he's not coming anywhere near that thing now. And I probably didn't need to go that extreme, but if the wind starts blowing, I didn't want him to keep catching on it. And then we still have our skelly. He is cool. I like him. But the traffic tonight is crazy. And then we have caretaker.
Look at my face. It will be the last thing you ever see. Right before I seal your coffin for your eternal slumber. Sweet dreams.
I'm sorry, this video is super choppy, but the amount of traffic tonight is a little ridiculous. Anyway, the tombstones you saw me throwing out of the attic, we put a couple out tonight. I don't know 100% if they're gonna stay here. I know I use a lot of these little ones to cover lights, so these are probably gonna move. I'm just throwing them out here for now. I know one of them kind of goes here because the gravedigger goes around this area, and then I hide the light with a tombstone, kind of like how all these lights are hidden behind a fence panel. Like all those lights are hidden behind fence panels. That blue one up there's behind a fence panel, so you don't see them from the outside. But we got this one. This was Home Depot last year, $14.37 or something. This one, Are You Next? That was a small one from Home Depot. These little guys were Home Depot a couple years ago. the angel. This is probably one of my favorites. This one, and then I have another one up there. I got quite a few up there yet. I need to get down here. We added this one too. That little guy. This one's definitely gonna move. It needs to go in front of a light somewhere. Normally I put it like over there to hide the light for the sitting gravedigger, but we don't have him anymore. And we also have a gargoyle out here. We put him out last night. Don't have plugs for him yet. I still got to figure all that out. My electricity here is kind of weird right now. So usually I usually have a cord that comes from there, three-way splits here, and then another cord that runs to the guard zombie with the three-way split, so I can do the 2 lights and him. And then right now I have a cord running from here up to here to a 3-way splitter, but I have animatronic and that light, and there's something else plugged in. Maybe not, but I got to figure that out, because I'm gonna have to run a cord that way, and I got to put up another animatronic and lights, and I got to figure out all this electricity. That's the hard part right now, is I'm getting super confused with how the heck I did the lighting. The other thing I did was add this blue light to light up these tombstones here. So I think that looks pretty cool. And then I got to figure out cords for over here, because I'm gonna have to plug in the big spooky tree when I bring that out, and then other tombstones I need to light up, and I got some other animatronics to bring out. So we got to run a bunch of cords, and I don't know where to start. Give you guys a view from the road. I know this yard haunt update is kind of weird. I didn't start at the normal side. I kind of switched it up. I usually start with caretaker and work my way down, but no new animatronics today, just some lights and tombstones. Little by little, guys. It's still early, and I looked back at some of my previous videos and noticed I am way ahead. So this time last year, I was looking back at my videos, and I started to laugh, because I know the other night I said I feel like I'm super behind, but I'm not. I looked, and last year I was getting ready to vend this same show, same time of year, same weekend, and today's update last year, I was literally putting up the black fencing. So I did the black fencing. I did all the fencing in one day this year, and I already had animatronics out the next day. So literally September 1st last year, I put the big skeleton up, the 12-footer. That was the first haunt update. And then I put the fencing. That would have been the second. Third update was like putting up the black fencing and stuff. Like, I'm so far ahead. Getting that extra day in, and that little extra jump was super nice. So I still feel like I'm far behind, but I just got to keep telling myself it's still super early in September. Like, I have a lot of time. So today, so I was like, you know what? Let's pump the brakes a little bit. I don't need to go insane. I'll just do some tombstones. I got to figure out this wiring. So I'm gonna be gone all day tomorrow doing this show, so I won't be able to work. And then Sunday, I'm not sure what my plan is. But hopefully, well, Monday and Tuesday, I kind of already dedicated my days to the haunted house. Got to go out there and finish some stuff up, and then hopefully a couple days next week, I can sit down here and figure out chords, because I really got to figure this out. I'm gonna have to actually go back and watch one of my old videos and check this out. But anyway, like I said, we just did a couple small things today. We put out, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tombstones. We got 5 tombstones out here today, and one new light. So I don't know, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go make sure, double check I have everything ready for this show, and I will catch you guys on an update tomorrow. Happy haunting.